Okay, so now we're on to the quote stage. This is, I might be too late. I think you have to do it before you configure, but we'll give it a shot and at least you'll know how to do it. This is important to make our proposals look professional. So down at the bottom, you can barely see it. Right in the middle of the screen, there's a project actions. Click that. You can do a photo, a sketch, and then we don't want to result it yet. But I want to go to photos and I want to add a photo for the cover sheet. So I come up here, click on add image, hit the plus button, choose from library, and yeah, I'll just do. So let's say boom. Terrible, gable shot, but or for the it's not, not the picture you'd want on the front of the page, but you get the point. So I'm gonna hit save, and then X out of it, and now I can go into the quote stage. I'm not sure it's going to show up on the proposal. I think you had to do it before you hit configure, but at least you know how to do it now. If you wanted to do a sketch, you could do a sketch, which is pretty cool. And then if you wanted to result it, if for some reason you need to come back in and result it, this is how you do it. Project actions, then hit your result button that's highlighted blue at the bottom. So for the sake of what we're doing, we're going to move into the quote stage. So I hit quote, and now all my stuff is showing up just the way that I want it. I have my tabs at top, retail, low. As you can see, move over to the right side of the screen. This is pre-populated, pre-formulated, so there's zero you have to do in terms of thinking. It's defaulted at a 10-year 399. My zero interest is populated at 3-year 0 with the appropriate discount, and my cash value is populated with the appropriate cash value. I have over 4 windows, so I'm good. If I didn't have 4 windows, I'd come down here and select a window package under 4 windows, and then it's going to change that discount to, if I get rid of it, you have to get rid of the cash value. If I get rid of it, it changes the discount to 10%. So that's how you do your window packages under 4 windows. If you're doing a credit card, it's somewhere in the middle here. Where are you? So it's already pre-populated to only give a 22. So credit card, make sure you don't leave that other window package under 4 windows in there. So just hit the X and it goes away, and now I got a 22% discount. If I'm doing full cash, I get rid of that. Come back here to my promotions and select the cash value option. Okay, so now all 3 are automatically populated for you, for the client. These are really cool in here. You can go into design details. It gives you all this crazy information. Technical specs is where the glass. See my STC, OITC upgrade is showing up. Argon gas, jam size 2 7/8. Blah, blah, blah. So I got everything here that I need. Here's my adders per line. So I can see my adders, how they were accounted for, which again, I'm sending this video to installation. So this might play into what we're going to have to, use for y'all to see, okay, what exactly did we charge? So I got my adders and all that stuff. If I want to exclude a window, there's an exclude button right here, so I can exclude it. And then it shows up down here as excluded, and then I can include it if I want to add it back. But here is, basically what it should look like populated correctly, and the way you can do a little cross check here. So my retail is 32987.80. Again, Vendo's working on, I know they can do it because I had our company Vendo switch. They just don't know, I don't think, how to do it yet, getting this to whole numbers. So she said that's coming in an update mid-year. So for the meantime, we're just going to have to deal with it. And it's unfortunate, but whatever. So the way to cross-check to make sure that you haven't screwed anything up, my retail is $32,397.80. If I click on my low interest tab up top, I should see, the discount, if I want to check those, the $29,850 plus the $895, I should be at that same retail over here. So if I check that off, 29, where are you doing? Okay, let's do this a different way, actually. So low interest was 10-year 399. I think there's a better way to do this. So if I go into comparison here, yes, so subtotal, okay, good. So yeah, this is the, again, this is all, we're all working through this. So what I want to see on this page, just by clicking in the upper right-hand corner, the package in comparison, I want to see that all line items, 29,850, 29,850, 29,850, 29,850. I want to make sure that all those are, well, no, see, here's an, okay, so I don't know why this has happened, but this is a great example. I'm glad this actually happened. So my adders, look at my adders are different. So my 10-foot header, for some reason, I guess because I went back in there after I configured it. I can't remember. I'd have to watch the video. But this is a great example. I'm glad this happened. So my 10-foot header install is showing up on my retail, but not my low, my zero, my cash. That's $2,000 on a $20,000 job. $30,000, that's, what, 7-8%. So that could really jack things up. So I caught it, thankfully, and this is a good way to check some balances, is, my package price is the one you want to look at. So that's why it was showing off on that first one. It's 32,397.80, but look at the others, 29,850, 29,850, 29,850. So I said, uh-oh, that's bad. So I need to go back here. And let's try this again. I think because I made that change, like I said, after. So retail, I know it's in retail because of the little cross check I just did. I'm going to copy again to all three configurations or packages. Okay, so now I should be able to go back here. Why are you still not showing up? Retail 30-day. Project adders. Well, I thought that should have changed it. Why is my header showing up down there and not on these? Okay. That's why. Okay, so again, glad this is happening and we're learning as we go, which is a theme of the, it's the name of the game. So my project adders, this is important to, I thought it would copy over, so you can see why it's not pushing. So I want to select, apply that same project adder to all packages, click finish, and now I should be able to go to quote and see it looking like it's supposed to. So I'm going to go comparison, and now all my adders are showing up, or my project adder is showing up. So we're good to go now. This is really, I think probably the best way to present price that's most in line with what we do now. A little bit more numbers on the page, but again, it works, and it took a lot of ingenuity to figure this out because this isn't how they had Vendo set up. If y'all remember from our company Vendo, we had to kind of create this to fit our method of price delivery. So I really want this to be used because there was a lot of effort and energy that went into formulating and figuring this all out on our own. So this is how we can show the retail. And if you want, you can stay here for your retail, get our every penny, commitment, and then we can go right into comparison here. So let me show you the other options that are available to you. Go through all of them. We have a low interest. You save $9.71 Your total package is $31,425. Your monthly payment is $318. Zero interest. You save right there, middle of the page, $2,950, $2,915.81, and your payment is $818.94. We'll have to check if that is the minimum. I can't remember how I had it in here. 818.94 times 36, 29,481. So that is a true minimum payment that will get you to a zero balance. So I can't highlight it, but that 818.94, if you look at the zero interest column all the way at the bottom, estimated payment, if you do 818.94 times 36 months, that gets you to 29,481.99. So that will be a payoff payment, not like a minimum payment like the firewall just shows the minimum payment. We have to clarify with people. This is showing a true payoff estimated payment. And then we got your cash value. You know how to present that. Obviously, the best value, biggest value opportunity that we have saves you $8,099. And then your deposit is $12,149. And then $12,149 at 100% completion and satisfaction. So that's how we want to roll out price. Doing it this way, say we're going with cash value. So then I can click on my cash value tab. I got my cash value discount in there. Everything's correct, 50% deposit. I got all my numbers and facts correct. I got my project adder all the way down at the bottom there, 2547 for the header. And now I am going to click proceed. And then from here, it's the same, kind of same thing. I know I want the cash value. If you're going to do multiple, which again, we shouldn't be, because it should be the same as our normal process, is when we leave the house, they're narrowed down to one method of paying for their project, right? If you needed to send all 4 or 2, you can do it, but you're going to have to select them individually and do your proposals separately. But let's just assume we're doing the cash value plan. I'm going to hit proceed. What are we doing here? There we go. So I'm going to hit proposal and then proceed. Don't need to edit anything. If you needed to edit anything, you can go back and then do that. But I'm going to confirm I want my proposal. Hit proceed here. I don't know, replacing 5. R&R is kind of like inside vernacular, so remove and reinstall. And what I'm probably going to do is use the audio voice. So now I have my notes. A good thing in here, just for, it's front and center for the client. I would highlight it. Lead times are 10, 12 leaks, and subject. Okay. I don't think we can bold it. But yeah, put it in caps like that so it's front and center for them to read. But anything pertinent to the project, any adders, anything addition, anything, another thing, just to be, I'm trying to do this quickly, but scaffolding included on window in the master bedroom. Okay, proceed. Okay, so that answers the question. It's not too late to do it, even if you've configured it. You can add the project photo, so it comes out a little bit. It's still funky. I don't like it. I want them to move the picture up and put the description down below. But it is, what it is right now, and gotta take what we can get. So here's your project proposal. We got a nice little summary here, which I do like. I'm leaving that in there. We can turn that off. Here's your details. Now, currently, our pricing is set. Our line item pricing is set to on. I don't think you can change it mid-project. And it take effect. You'd probably have to go back out and recreate the proposal. What I'm talking about is if you see on the line item all the way to the right, it says 1 times 4242.26. This was Charlie's concern. All you have to do is go up here to your user preferences. And if you don't want that, deselect the show pricing details. Line item pricing, actually that was the one. I think we want line item pricing deselected, and pricing details I think we want left on for the sake of the adders, because installation is going to need to see that on the work order. So it won't do it now because I'm too far past the stage, but if you did this, you just need to go in here and change your settings, and I think this is correct. Line item pricing off, pricing details on, and you'll see a different proposal, and we can do a follow-up to that or maybe play around with it tomorrow. So I got all my windows here. It shows the inside and out. It's pretty nice. It shows the sash pull on there, the one that I did it. Shows your sliders. It gives you all the ratings, condensation resistance, visible light transmittance, SHGC, U factor. All that junk. It's awesome. Definitely takes our proposal to the next level very quickly. So I got my adder details in here, which is, again, something that it goes both ways. I know we want to be careful with that. I feel a little bit better about it because it's at a lower margin, so I don't think people will be as freaked out. But again, if you don't want that on, you're going to have to turn it off, and then, you're going to be missing out on some of the details. So we can talk about that. But right now it's on because I have the pricing details on. It should show. Where are they? Yeah. So you can see at the end of each window spec, interior window casing, no returns, remove and restall blinds per 3x5 opening. So there you can see it was accounted for. So this is, going to be important to, show that we actually accounted for that on the particular window. So that's necessary to be in there. I think the pricing details might, we'll have to play around with that line item and pricing details. But anyways, here's our proposal. Here's our about us, terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. So I said confirm. I got everything. It looks good. Generally with the proposal, it's going to be on a personal device because we're not in the home. Although now with the speed of this, we very well could present a proposal right before we leave the house. So if you do, it's going to be on this device right now, and we can review it with the client front and center. Blah, 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 blah. Here's all your remove and restall blinds, interior window casing that you wanted, and a new sill. So just go through it kind of line by line with the client to let them know everything that's been accounted for. Here's your cost with the discount, the deposit amount. And after we review it with them, we hit complete and proceed. And then this, obviously, we don't have to do this in front of them necessarily, but it's so quick, Obviously, it's going to be a demo, no sale, probably follow-up call. Document selected. I'm going to go in here and grab the Infinity catalog just so they have it, the warranty. I don't know, depending on if you want to send them the website or not, but it's pretty awesome. Here's an Everwood interior finish. So if they're doing wood interiors, send it to them. If they're doing doors, send it to them. If they have a lead thing, we can send it to them that way. So include all your demo resources and then hit done. So I got my 4 documents selected. And then basically these are all the results. So technically I could do this in the home because it takes 2 seconds. Here's my pre-formed letter. Jamie loved this. She was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get this? So she loved this over what they had in there. So this is all your stuff. I'm working on changing this. Again, one of the million things. 2042353. So our cell's on there. So I think that's a setting I can default. I just have to go in there and figure it out. But this is all of our, our proposal email. So I hit finish, and I've resulted my appointment. I've sent the proposal, and when I leave the house, I have 0 things to do. See, it's resulted up there. Now on the back end of this, see that notification up top? I just got my proposal. So we're good to go. I have that in my inbox, which is what your client would have because I have my email. Now, as far as Market Sharp, let's go and see if what we did actually took. So I got my appointment in here. Stupid. So I'm going to jump to contact. My appointment is resulted as a demo no sale follow-up call. Now here's the thing that gets a little tricky. So normally where we would put, and this is good for installation. Oh, it shows up there too. Okay. So it is in the attachments. So I've resulted my appointment. I have the proposal in here, which is going to give me every single spec I need. So as standard practice right now, I have you guys on any demo no sale importing, proposals in the this section. Really kind of becomes obsolete right now because what we have is if we go to attachments, I got this beautiful, and it's always going to be a UID number. So for Fran, Melissa, y'all back end, it's always going to look like this UID, blah, 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 blah. That is my proposal. So I click on this, and then I have my proposal right here. If I need to rebuild, if we have another DC that, God forbid anybody leave, and somebody else needs to go rebuild this project for the client, I got this beautiful document in here that's going to tell me everything I need to know. So again, it saves all that extra step of putting in 5 window, scaffolding, replace all sills. We don't need to do that anymore because it's right here. This document is living inside of Market Sharp, and all of this was done before I left the home. So all it is for you guys is coming into Market Sharp, clicking on this proposal link, and you got, the proposal if you need it. We'll do a work order to show how that process goes as well. But we got everything in here that we need in Market Sharp, better than we would have before on a demo no sale. So let me stop it there, and then we'll transfer into a